live. Welcome back to the warm-up, everybody. We are joined by Ashton. Ashton, how you doing?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. Tie
Good.
series. That's what I like to see.
Tie series, man, of the Western Conference Finals. We are here to break it down. The San Antonio Spurs absolutely dominated Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals tonight. Before we get into it, please leave a comment below. Let's have a conversation during the feed. Like the video, subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode of the warm-up. And yeah, let's get into it. So, I don't know if you guys remember last game, if you guys joined us. Ashton and I talked a lot about, coverages and this and that. But like for me personally, like the main focus was Wemby just has to be better. And I thought tonight off rip, he was just absolutely intentional, like Ashton kept saying, and got to his spots. Was I think he scored a career high 22 points in the half of the series. Well, not career high, but a series high, and absolutely kept the Spurs at length. They came out with their heads on fire again, up 15 points. OKC rallies back, cuts it to, I think within three, Ashton, something like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it was
and
definitely two or
then
three, one or two possession game.
one or two possession game, and yeah, so Wemby I thought
Yeah.
dictated the whole game, and then to send that three into halftime was absolutely amazing. So, what's your thoughts on game 4 overall?
Was this the Scott Foster game? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
But you know, but no, I mean, everything you just said, totally agree with. They came out looking like they had everybody from RC Buford and Greg Popovich to the hot dog guy putting all their energy into this game. And De'Aaron Fox, it's funny, he kind of alluded to it in the post game. He said at the end of game 3, he's never seen that many people in one training room. They had the trainers, all, extended staff. Of course, Greg Pop, first game, he came in directly after a loss, all series. And you see a lot of the guys, a lot of the alumni at other organizations like the Knicks, the Pistons, obviously the Spurs, but those guys aren't really connected with the players in a strategy sense like that. That's one unique thing I think the Spurs have, that they've had that same leadership for the past 30 years, that they can go
yeah,
directly in the locker room and speak to it like that. But one thing I found, I'm always looking every game for big variance like this is threes and turnovers. And I mean, obviously, in a blowout, this one team is going to win most of the stats. But you can just look right there. The shots that were going in last game were not going in. They only hit 6 threes today. The OKC Thunder and the Spurs had more than them. And they're like, to me, their main three guys: Harper off the bench, plus Keldon Johnson, and then their two
hmm
Castle and Wemby. They're all slash first guys, and they had less turnovers. And you could really just statistically look at the game there.
yeah. I mean, I think also too we talked about after game 3, it was a little bit of a weird game overall, but this game they did not double Shea. They were like, hey, we're not giving up 71 bench points. And I think that was probably the main factor, besides like Wemby being Wemby, was that they're like, hey, Caruso, you're not getting 6 or 7 wide open catch and shoot threes. In the second or in the third quarter, they gave up, I would say, about 6 to 7 catch and shoot threes, but by then they weren't in rhythm. They hadn't seen one go through, so the game was basically over. So for me, I thought that schematically that was a smart move by Mitch Johnson. We were curious if he was gonna, give up on that doubling Shea overall, and it seemed to help because ironically Shea has his worst game of the series and he shoots 40% from threes, a minus 18 in
Yeah,
31 minutes. That's your back-to-back MVP. I mean, anytime he goes minus 18,
I know. And they held them under 20. They held them
yeah,
under 20.
for the first time since what
Like,
2022, 2021, something like
I know.
that.
I mean, he broke Wilt's record for having
Yeah,
what I don't know, 100 plus
I,
120
I
point
think he
games.
I think he ended up
Yeah,
getting it like 200. by the end of the season to now. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Actually, I think the Lakers hold them under 20
they might have. The streak could have been over,
in
but
that
it was by
game.
far Shea's worst game of the series. And then like like you hit on it, the
Mhm.
shooting. Like, hey Caruso, you don't shoot 65% from three like he has for the last three games. J Dub,
Goose egg tonight. Yeah,
Goose egg.
goose
You
egg
know,
tonight.
J Dub the last game, I think he hit 6 threes, 5 threes.
Yeah,
Um, Huge Hartenstein game to start the game. I thought that was intentional by the Spurs to, hey, anybody but the shooters around. Um, so I mean, overall, we're in a series that's tied 2-2, going back to OKC. I feel like a lot of people are gonna say, hey, no way OKC shoots that bad for the next 3 games or 2 games, how many it is. But at the same time, they were shooting so good that they were gonna hit regression at some point. They weren't gonna shoot
mhm.
65% from three for the rest of the playoffs. So what do you think going into game 5 or going into game 5, and then do you think that played a big part in today's win as well for the Spurs?
But the shooting, yeah, absolutely. I mean, also, I think we talked what would be if I'm Mitch Johnson. What are my first adjustments? And the
Mm-hmm.
first thing I said, I'm looking at my rotation,
Yeah.
and I'm looking at it. All his starters, nobody played above 33 minutes, and that's a far cry from what they've been doing the first 3 games. Like even like Wemby, we thought he was trying to pace himself. He looked a little like I don't know. He had 39 minutes last game. This game he only gets 31 minutes, and he scored 33 points. So his points per possession must be outstanding. I mean, and then we were like, okay, maybe they need a little more veteran presence. How do they get Harrison Barnes back into the mix?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they can get Harper to 20 minutes. Harper got his 20 minutes. Harrison Barnes played 16, which is, I think, the most he's played in for sure this series. I don't even. He took it away from Champagne, who's been ice cold,
Yeah.
and
And
Kurt.
Barnes wasn't a crazy shooter this game either, but I thought he was super aggressive getting to the basket. And
Mm-hmm.
Thunder, like when the game was like kind of still in reach, it'd be Barnes at the free throw line, it'd be Barnes getting an offensive rebound, it'd be
Yeah,
Barnes getting like a hockey assist, which I thought was super valuable in the flow of the game.
exactly. Yeah, he just. I mean, and plus he increased their positional size a little bit because
Yeah,
they don't really have a lot of big guys. I'd say outside of Wemby, obviously.
love Carter Bryant. He's not ready yet though.
He's not. I mean, they got good guard size, but forward size, I'd say they've been a little outmatched.
Yeah,
And yeah, I'd say uh, you could say Castle and Fox came. Well, Fox for sure had a better game. Maybe he got a little bit more rhythm than after missing all that time
yeah,
on his.
kick some rust off for sure.
Yeah, shake
Yeah,
some rust off. He was a little more productive, and but it really just aside from everything we just said, Mitch Johnson tweaking his doubling, making. I mean, they lost 2 ball handlers on OKC and
mm-hmm.
J Dub and AJ Mitchell. Let's just play him straight up. Don't double Shea. Create. Once he passes out, we trust our defense. But it really just comes down to Wemby, man. Wemby looked like he did in game 1. He looked like must watch. Whatever you're doing, if you're a basketball fan, you got to watch him.
Yeah. And we talked about it, in our group chat after game 1, like, hey, as great as game 1 was for Wemby, like you got to do it 3 more times. You know what I mean? Like it was such a crazy game that, hey, you can't take nights off because the Thunder's so deep, so good that you have to play like that for 4 straight times to knock them
Yeah,
out. So yeah, kudos to him for having the half he did. He really set the tone. I thought him being so aggressive early really let players like Castle in the third quarter open up his game a little bit. He seemed a little bit more comfortable getting to the rim.
seemed a little
Um,
bit fresher, maybe like
Fresher,
not as
yeah,
mentally taxed.
exactly. Like everybody was super engaged, and I mean, I kind of want to elaborate on Castle a little bit. Like this dude is just a fucking baller. Like he's just always on the ground, 50-50 balls. He's hounding Shea 94 feet. He is just absolutely giving Shea hell. And tonight I thought what was big, he wasn't in foul trouble. I don't think he picked up his first foul for the second half, which is huge for somebody that plays with that much intentionality like Castle
Castle,
does. Yeah,
what he ended up with 5 fouls. I don't know when the hell he got them, but
yeah,
he ended up with
yeah,
5.
yeah.
Yeah,
I thought he was overall just
yeah.
super amazing, and yeah, this Spurs team, man, I think they showed where they could put the clamps on you guys for, especially with the injuries to OKC. Let's talk about that a little bit. What's your thoughts on? Because I mean, I feel like it was so weird last game. Jada and AJ Mitchell still non-factors, and OKC still wins. We look at this game;
Yeah.
they're ruled out way before the like yesterday, and
Well, yeah, yeah. That's never good when you're ruled out a day ahead.
yeah,
Um, I'd say that I'd say OKC could probably win without J Dub, um, but they probably need either him or Mitchell just for some sort of like you know a 3-headed beast of either McCain as like a oh shit guy, SGA
McCain
and
came
J
back good
Dub.
today too.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, they need at least one of those guys. I'd say to probably break up and just get loose. Like Mitchell was, Mitchell hasn't really been good to me since the Lakers series. And you think maybe today is the game he could pop off a little bit, you know. But uh, injuries are part of the playoffs, and right now the Spurs are healthier. It could just be down to that, but we'll see. We'll see. Mitch Johnson, shout out to him, man. I mean, if you have the last 30 years of sports, Spurs brain trust in the locker room after Game 3,
Yeah,
looks like they made some of the adjustments we're talking about. Now it's back in Mark Dagnall's court.
yeah.
You know,
Um,
if he doesn't have all his pieces, man,
it's gonna be rough,
yeah,
especially at the specifically their injuries are at the guard position where you have all
yeah,
these pit bulls on defense for the Spurs, where it's like that's a lot. That's I mean, even for Shea,
yeah.
like that's a tall
They
task.
I was gonna
But
say they can really like Shea's game, like last game, right? The Spurs didn't really. I'm not gonna say they didn't have it, but they never had a run ever.
mm.
Last game, it would be one of
Well,
the
I
guys.
mean, they started the game off 15 to nothing, and then
Correct. You're
the
right.
water was
Correct.
cut off after that. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. The water was cut off. And then, like, Shea had unlimited timely buckets and he was getting to the line. But, I mean, he got to the line tonight. But if his free throw step back isn't working, I don't know. I don't know what he falls to. Like, I was saying the same thing with Wemby. Like, Wemby only scored. He wasn't playing defense and he wasn't rebounding last game.
mm-hmm.
Shea tonight, you're scoring on bad efficiency and your playmaking. His defense, I don't know how you felt about his defense tonight, but um, can you get him in the post off a smaller guy? Because Vassell is just up. He's up there with Castle to me in
Yeah,
terms of being a great matchup. Like they are with him whenever they're with him side to side, and he keeps
mm-hmm.
having to throw the chicken wing that they're not calling. I don't know. Maybe you got to find a different way to attack with him.
Yeah. I mean, kind of like what we talked about with Wemby after game 3. It was like you got to find ways to get Wemby the ball, some easier situations, and
Yeah,
I
make
feel
him a
like
hub.
Yeah,
A hub.
Mike Dagnall is gonna have to find a way to get Shea just some easier shots because I mean, as great as Shea is, he's a back-to-back MVP, but he has to bring up the ball, then he has to get he's on Castle, then he has to get switched on to Vassell, and then he has to worry about Wemby at the rim. Like that's you know what I mean? That's just a lot of
Yeah,
dribbling and a high usage rate for a guy who's great, and we know he could do it. But I mean, without two of, I mean, I would argue AJ Mitchell was the second best player in the Lakers series, and then J Dub scored 40 points
hmm
in a finals game last year. So I mean, that's a lot
yeah,
of ammo they're without right now. We got a comment real quick
yeah.
from our YouTube chat. Gomo, he says Spurs did a great job when the Thunder started coming back. Stay poised. I totally agree. So thank you, OG, for the comment.
Shout out Go Mo. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
man. They did a great job. What was that comeback was in the second quarter, right? And then we had what'd you put in the chat, like a Wemby aneurysm or something? Yo, this guy's
Oh,
highlights are
the
crazy. Did you
the
see him
fast
reverse
break.
dunk?
Yeah.
Oh, bro. And he just picked though the reverse dunk on two people. Was that like Chet and Case? That's crazy. And it's alive too.
Yeah.
This guy
No, the
is
highlights were insane
crazy.
tonight.
Yeah, man. Like they had
And
no
I
answer
think,
for him.
and you
Like,
know why he can have those highlights too is because he runs the floor. Like he's not one of those bigs that, hey, they
yeah.
get the steal, they on a 3-on-2, I'm not gonna go. He's running the floor. I mean, Cash had a
Oh my
couple
God. Yeah.
flashy passes. He right down to Wemby. Wemby come down, yams it. Crowd's electric tonight. Hey, shout out to the San Antonio crowd tonight.
Yeah.
They carried for show. That was for show 6 men on the court
What that
besides
was
Scott Foster.
Yeah, that was the best I heard their crowd, I think, all playoffs. For
Hundred
sure.
percent, 100%.
Yep.
That might be the
And
best
man,
crowd we've heard all playoffs. To be honest with you,
I'd say they're even better than the New York crowd, who are probably the bar. But you know what? Speaking of like having to impact the game in multiple ways, at least two minimum if you're this 1A guy. Wemby, they took nothing away from him. All that gimmick stuff about in the first game, Caruso and Dort trying to slow him down by bumping him early before he
yeah,
gets into, the low post or wherever. That didn't work. Game 2 and 3, they kind of nullified him with Isaiah Hartenstein just straight up bear hugging because they're not calling it either series right now on the East Coast
yeah.
either. That didn't work. Like,
I thought they called it a little bit
so
tighter today though. With Hartenstein.
I'd say, yeah, I'd say, I'd say so too. But you're right. You want to know one way that you can't foul me? Throwing it up to where
Yeah,
nobody can do it or running on a fast break.
yeah,
And they're killing it, man. I mean, they played their bench. They still lost the bench minutes by 4 points, but that's OKC superpower, man. Is their
yeah.
depth. Like they had to play Kenrich Williams and Aaron Wiggins for 43 minutes tonight, and Isaiah Joe for 18.
Wow,
Like,
wow.
yeah.
That's a
Like,
lot.
are you serious?
And
These
as
guys
good as
haven't
those guys
played.
are, they haven't played since the regular season. Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. And they were heavily leaned on today. Like, even the starters, like the OKC had one guy over 30 minutes today. It's SGA.
Yeah.
SGA. Crusoe, like I said, 14 minutes is interesting for him. Like, did he only took one shot? I'm not sure what the hell was going on with Crusoe today.
I mean,
But
let's get
if he
into the
returned
Thunder
to the
struggles today. Like, I mean, a lot
yeah,
of it was the shots weren't falling, but guys that we saw in the first 3 games, like Caruso, Jada last game, Jared McCain,
yeah, Jalen Williams. Yeah,
Jalen Williams. Is it repeatable? Is it, hey, we're on a back to back? It's just a bad game. We forget about it. Because I mean, someone who I thought still needs to rise to the occasion. We talked about last game is Chet, and I just don't know what Chet is right now. It's super disappointing to watch him play not only against Wemby, but he'll have a smaller guy. Like I think Harrison Barnes was matched up against him a couple times, and I love Harrison Barnes, but he's an older vet.
yeah.
Like why isn't Chet taking it to Harrison Barnes? Why
You
isn't he
gotta kill.
taking it? Even Devin Vassell, as great as Devin Vassell is a defender, like Chet, that should be something you're good at, is going at him. And I just feel like he's just been completely lost this entire series.
Yeah, I don't know how many games has he. I mean, been in double figures. I mean, we played 4 games, and you were single digits. Well, no, he had 10 points tonight, but you were 10 points or less in like half of these games. That's inexcusable. Like you just made. What did he make today?
Third team
Was
All
that
NBA, and
yeah
all
third?
season he was anointed as the second best player on the Thunder with J Dub's injuries all season. So it's just
Yeah, yeah, and he hasn't had more than 15 points in any of these games. And you're like, SJ wasn't going to be immaculate every game. Nobody is, unless you're 2018 LeBron.
right.
So yeah, you got to rely on hopefully, like your all-star guy here, man. But they got to get more production out of these guys. I heart, like you said, he was good, but then Lou Dort, man, I don't know.
I think he's unplayable in this series. I
No,
think
I was about to say,
yeah,
I think you got a James Harden like the
yeah,
Cavs, dude.
yeah,
I'm bringing you off the bench, dude.
yeah.
I'm bringing you off the bench for like McCain, probably.
McCain or Wallace. I just feel like Wallace has not gotten a lot of take this year, and or this series.
He
I'm
started
confused.
today. He started today
Yeah,
because, but I'm probably taking out Dort for Caruso or McCain. Probably McCain, I guess. But
because I
yeah,
feel
man,
like Caruso's bench presence is too impactful.
it is. It is. Like he's instant, you know, energy and stuff. He just wasn't there today. I guess it's one thing that you could say. Like if I'm OKC, I'm probably thinking Jalen Williams is 1 for 7. Maybe he hits half of those. Jared McCain's 0 for 5. Maybe he hits 2 of those.
Mhm.
And instead of us losing by getting down by what was the highest deficit, like 22, 25
Yeah,
in the third,
yeah,
maybe it's a 10-point game and, who knows from there, or maybe even a single digit game.
right.
But you also got to think those guys have been so hot.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's the other way. Maybe even it's a middle ground. The Spurs play them, I'd say, so well in the clutch
Yeah.
because they have Wemby and their guards just aren't affected by them anyway. Like it's crazy how their guards are mainly slashers and they cannot stop anybody sometimes from just carving out space. But
Well, let's talk about that a little bit more. Like, I mean, we discussed at the top of that of the show, like the Spurs went away from doubling Shea, leaving these shooters open. Coincidentally, the shooters that were red hot have their worst shooting game of the series. I will
mm,
say J Dub. I don't expect him to go 1 for 7 again. I thought some of the threes he was pretty fucking open for like 5 of those threes,
yeah, test the
and
win. Yeah,
yeah, and he was god awful. But I mean, players like Caruso, like I mean, they're not just letting him get shooting practice in these games no more, or at least in Game 4. And if I'm the Spurs moving forward, I'm definitely not going back to how it was in games 1 through 3.
one 1,000%.
Because you
Every
can't have
major
yeah.
every major adjustment,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like it's back in Dagnall's court. Last game it was
Yeah.
Mitch Johnson's court. That's the beauty of or that's the importance of probably winning game one, even though some people say it's a fill out game.
Mm-hmm.
When you win the first game, adjustment to the other team.
Right.
So if you just keep trading adjustments, and there's not that many you can do at this
Right.
point, eventually the last adjustment will be in your favor. So I don't know. You're right. Like again, that's why I'm thinking if they don't have their guys, and I don't think they're going to have either one.
I
With
would be shocked if Jada plays again in the series.
yeah, I
Um,
couldn't I couldn't believe they said he was day to day. I'm like, that's bro.
that's just NBA playoff politics. Like
That's just
he
gamesmanship.
he
Yeah,
gave the shit. He's not coming
yeah.
back. There's no way. This is
There's
fourth
no way, dude.
hamstring injury,
You're out for the
and
season. If they
yeah,
make the finals, he's not playing.
yeah, yeah. If they make the finals, I still don't even think he plays in the finals. Maybe if it goes to Game 7, because that's like a month out. But even then, it's like
That's so dangerous.
yeah, um, yeah. So now we're headed back. Hey, before we get into Game 5, looking ahead, go ahead, drop a comment. Let us know your thoughts about the Spurs and Thunder game
Mhm.
tonight. See, we got 55 people in this. Go ahead. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So yeah, looking ahead to Game 5. I mean, first of all, thank God we have a series that's 2-2. The Eastern
Woo.
Conference Finals is
Yeah,
absolutely dreadful to watch, but
they
look,
tricked us with game one.
they tricked us with Game 1. I thought it'd be a competitive. I had the Knicks in 6. I was wrong. I mean, I was right about the outcome. I thought the Cavs would put up a little bit better of a fight. Kind of looks like they gave up last game, but um. Anyways, looking ahead to Game 5, like back in OKC, you're probably down Jada. I'm curious on see if AJ Mitchell plays. If he plays, he might be limited.
Yeah,
Um,
and he hasn't been good. So what is his limited version of that?
Yeah, so you expect your role players to shoot better at home, even though Game Three OKC had 71 bench points. Like, what do we look? What are we looking for from the Thunder side of things going into Game Five?
Well, what I'm looking for them, it's just I'm looking just like Mitch Johnson to make a major adjustment to his defense. I am daring these guys to shoot. Nobody off their bench scares me as a shooter. Harrison Barnes, go ahead and take 5 threes. Kelvin Johnson, you were 0 for 4, and I don't think you hit the rim on half of them.
I think at
Keep
the top
trying.
of the backboard on fourth.
Exactly. Like Dylan Harper, you are an unbelievable slasher. And if you're open, even though I think you can hit the three, you're not
Yeah,
you're a hesitant guy.
yeah,
I'm letting you shoot. I'm letting everybody on their team shoot. I'm playing. I'm shrinking the floor. I'm shrinking the floor. I'm not letting Wemby get loose. I want two guys touching Wemby at all time, an elbow on one and a hand on the other. And if Vassell wants to continue playing, I mean, he only had 13 points tonight, but if he wants to go off, be my guest. I'm not losing. I don't want to lose to Wemby's offense. I want to lose to his
Champagne too, who's been
Champ,
starting. I mean, he hasn't
Champagne.
hit. He hasn't
Champagne
hit
hasn't hit a
anything.
three in forever. I feel like.
Yeah,
And then after that, who is it? Castle and Fox? Get out of here, bro. The only person that scares me as a shooter is Wemby, Vassell, and if Champagne's not. But like this guy just has he been playing? I think he's been playing a little above his head this whole season. I mean, he was almost out of the league the other year.
yeah.
So if I'm Mark Dagnall, I am daring these guys to beat me now because I've lost to Wemby twice. I've lost to his excellent twice, and then maybe I get my fast break going if I'm OKC.
Yeah, it's kind
So
of shocking how they're not forcing a lot of turnovers, like over the last or today's game at least. I
mhm.
mean that's OKC's bread and butter. They average all the transition points and fast break points this
Yeah,
whole season. They lead the league in it for the last 3 years. So the fact that they're not forcing turnovers and also too like on the offensive or defensive end for the Thunder, I feel like they're paying a little too much attention from Wemby from three. Like I'm with you that Wemby could get hot, but I'm okay with Wemby shooting a three. He
yeah,
hit the half court one. He hit the one in game one. It, I'm okay with the Wemby three right now because I'm
yeah.
way
That's
more
how they
scared
lost
with
last
him.
game.
Yeah,
That's how they lost last game. Everyone just popped the shot. Go ahead,
yeah,
go ahead. You're right. Yeah. So I'm really afraid of nobody except Vassell then maybe shooting
yeah.
threes. I'm
Fox is
shrinking
in
the
a
floor
rhythm.
like
Castle's not hitting nothing.
Castle. No, Castle. Yeah, he's gonna be future All Star for sure. Probably a multi-time All Star. But yeah, at this point, all these guards, Fox All Star guard, quote unquote, he shouldn't have made it. Whatever. But
Hmm.
yeah, I'm not. I'm daring them to shoot. I'm daring them to shoot.
Yeah,
And I like my percentages with McCain and Williams and Caruso more than I like you shooting above your head
hmm,
for sure. So that's what I'm saying. If I'm dang not, yeah,
yeah. And
yeah,
on the
and then
other end too,
and
like the Spurs, um, they didn't let Shea be a playmaker on offense today. I mean, last couple
no,
games, he had 8+ assists. The last game he had 12 assists. Tonight he
12.
has tonight he still has 7 assists, so he actually still had a pretty
Yeah,
good
he had 7,
playmaking
but he had
game, but
4 turnovers. We
four
had four
turnovers
turnovers with those.
and super
Yeah,
inefficient. Um, Kind of back to what we were saying about Wemby going into Game Four. Shea needs to come out in Game Five and force the issue. Say, hey, I'm the back-to-back MVP. No one could guard me on the step back three. I'm curious to see where the whistle's at because I thought Shea had a couple step back push offs, whatever, where he shot it and they didn't call the foul. Where in the previous 3 games they were calling the shooting fouls on those. So it kind of just depends on the
yeah,
whistle, what they're gonna give. Uh, yeah.
yeah. It seems like they made a big adjustment to Hardenstein too, who
Hmm.
I thought was incredible with his screen setting.
Yeah.
Um, past couple of games. And yeah, I mean it was a blowout, which is probably why his minutes were lower tonight. But yeah, only 3 assists. They made him more of a scorer. I mean, and goddamn, did he hit unlimited floaters? That guy's touch is crazy. But yeah, his floater game was there. But I'd probably say they said, "I heart, you're not. We're making you score a little more than getting loose." Jared McCain, easy looks. Isaiah Joe, easy looks. Whoever coming off that 7 footer. So yeah, I don't know. And Chet, I'm not. I have no idea what they can do with Chet. Like I don't know.
I feel
Can they
like they need
post
to
him
let him
up more or
run
something?
when Wemby goes out a little bit more or something. Like he needs to get involved somehow. Like I think he needs like offense run through him when Shea's out, when Wemby's out. Um, or just like when he has the smaller people on him. Like I love Harper, but like post him up, like
Would you?
force yourself.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would you try to let him do like Isaiah Hardenstein high post and run some Princeton action, like big to big,
I
throw it over top to
would,
Chet for alleys?
I would, but Wemby's probably the only player on the planet that could guard both. He could guard the pass,
Yeah,
and he could guard the roll man. So, and yes, like
yeah.
ideally
So
yes, but I think Wemby could guard both.
1,000%. But to your point, I'm like, could they do it when Wemby's out? Like when
Yeah.
Wemby's in, I probably say I'll give Isaiah Hardenstein, if I'm Mark, I'll give
Hmm.
him the first 3 to 4 minutes, and I want J Dub in. I want
Yeah.
five shooters on.
Yeah.
On 5 shooters on. When Wemby's
Let
out,
Chet go at Luke Cornett.
it,
Let him go crazy on him.
exactly. But I'll go double big. I'll go double
Hmm.
big when Wemby's out. And I mean, they've been kind of trying to match SGA minutes with Wemby because maybe they didn't think. I mean, especially early series, maybe they didn't think they could
Yeah.
score with Wemby on the court and no SGA.
Yeah.
So if you still want to take out SGA, okay, I'm taking J Dub back out. Bring Isaiah Hart in. Let me get 2 7 footers, and I'm abusing this small ass team. I'm abusing this small ass team, and less Chet dribbling, less Chet attacking from the corner, and
Yeah.
more intentional. Like, yeah, let's get some big to big action. I mean, I might even let Chet do like a little side ball screen action with Isaiah Hartenstein, like, and bring all
Bring
that
something
attention,
up.
pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what I would try to do than whatever they've been doing with him, and they've been using him like an Omega role player. Like same thing I was saying with was it Mobley? You had 8 shots tonight. I need you to get 15.
Yeah.
I need you to get 15.
Yeah, I also think too, like with Mark Dagnall, I think he's gonna have to start shrinking this bench up. As great as the OKC's benches, how deep they are, you gotta shrink up the rotation. I think. I
Yeah,
think there's just so many minutes you're trying to fit in, and
I'm
like,
like
why is Kendrick Williams playing so much? Why is Aaron like I get Aaron Wiggins' part because they're without AJ Mitchell and without Jada, but
these are a lot
he,
of minutes.
I
These are
mean the bench still went
minutes.
out to like 8 or 9 or 10 players tonight. Like, hey, we're in the Western Conference Finals. This is the hardest test this whole season. Like, hey, bring that rotation 8, maybe 9, especially without no J Dub, and just let
Yeah,
ride out with your best players because these minutes with I mean Aaron Wiggins was awful tonight. Kendrick Williams had a couple threes and Big J Dub, who was I would argue the savior of last game, was
absolutely.
awful tonight. And
Yeah,
so it's one of those things you're not gonna take J Dub, Big J Dub out the rotation, but you gotta find it where he can get in a rhythm a little bit
yeah, one thousand
early
percent.
on.
I'm like, dude, why is Chet? I mean, again, when he played 40 minutes in game one in double OT, he didn't have a crazy stat line either, but 25 minutes, 10 and 9. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, why'd you put SGA back in with 3 minutes left, but not Chet? Like, what the hell was that about?
Trying to
Rest
get him to
SGA.
20 points.
Yeah, they're down 20 points with 3 minutes. Though. Why is
No,
SGA in the game?
try to get Shea to 20 points.
Oh, trying to get Shea to 20. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's another story. But yeah, I'm like, let that be Chet. Let him get a little bit of confidence.
Yeah.
And you're right. Just like we were saying, what we want to see from the Spurs, less minutes from Champagne and Carter. Figure out a way to get Harper and Barnes some more minutes. Same thing. I need Chet at 30 minutes minimum. I need Chet at 30 minutes. I need to ride him and SGA for next game. But yeah, after a game like this, man, it is looking rough. I don't know where else this minutes allocation is going to go. Yeah, Isaiah Hardman.
You
Yeah,
got to switch
that's the
up
only way.
the rotation, and Dort might be just out completely. I just hate his minutes the entire time. Like
Yeah, I don't like anything he's doing.
I'm not a fan. I have some news real quick. Fox was asked as Greg Popovich stormed into the locker room um, after the games yet, and he said we lost game three, but that was the first time he walked into the locker room and was like, "Nah, that's bullshit. That's not how we play basketball." And
Right.
obviously, he had some choice words for us. That was the first time all season that he came into the locker room right after a game and told us how he felt. So I mean, you have one of the greatest coaches of all time. I mean, to your point earlier, like in your corner, he stormed down to the locker room like, "Nah, that's not how we play." And you could
Yeah.
tell the to your also point from last live the intentionality every single player played with tonight. They play with a force. Every 50-50 ball, there's four Spurs on the ground. Every block, everybody's trying to block it.
Oh
Transitions
yeah.
3-on-2, I'm still trying to stop it. They're not giving up on no plays. And
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can see it too. I mean, I know he had a rough game, but Mitch Johnson's coaching to Carter Bryant. I mean, Carter Bryant looked like he was about to cry out there after Mitch Johnson talked to him. You know what I mean? But that's coaching, holding everybody accountable. Like, I mean, nothing's personal. We're all trying to get to the same place, and I think that was kind of an evolution step for me. I think looking at Mitch Johnson, like, hey, he has pop in his corner. Listen to this guy. He's been under his wing for a while. What he says goes, and then I mean, he made the adjustments tonight, and everybody looked good. Everybody looked real good on the Spurs tonight.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was the what I was referencing earlier when I said that extended quote. They had even like the trainers in there, like everybody. And again, man, that coaching tree. I mean, Papa's gotten a lot of guys jobs all in the NBA. It is such a cheat code, and I guarantee you, David Robinson and Tim Duncan were in that locker room too,
Yep.
along with Pop. So you got 5 championships walking. Yeah, like
Yeah.
as many celeb. I mean, as many players come back for the Knicks
Mm-hmm.
from the 2000s, the 2010s. Like you got Melo, the 90s. Nope, nobody though. None of those guys are probably helping Mike Brown with his strategy.
And none of those players are champions. Like these are real hall. You know, I mean not to throw shade, but like these are
Yeah,
real Hall of Fame top. I mean, Tim Duncan, top 10 player in history. Like these are
history.
people that have credibility to what
Yeah,
they're
David
saying.
Robinson,
David
MVP. He was
Robinson,
MVP.
yeah.
Come on, dude.
So hell of a game. Going to game five. Let's touch on the Spurs a little bit. What do you think is repeatable? Like, I don't like they haven't had a crazy shooting game, so I mean, are they due for one? Can they? Is this defensive intensity as we saw in game one? It didn't carry over to game two. Like, is that what's going to happen going into game five? Could they carry that? What's your thoughts going into game five
It's
for the Spurs?
I'm not exactly I'm not sure if this is repeatable, but if they win the turnover battle,
Mm-hmm.
like that's probably the game right there. Because Fox had, I mean not Fox, Castle had 20 turnovers through his first
Two games,
two
yeah,
games, and it's he's been way more.
because Fox is back.
He's yeah, he's reined that in the past 2 games. He had I think 3, maybe last game, maybe 4. Tonight he had 1.
Yeah.
So
Fox came back. His usage is way smaller. I mean, Castle needs Fox more than anybody on that.
yeah, and he's back to just ducking everything.
Yeah. Man, some of those plays he made tonight, man, like, God,
Like,
instant classics right there, dude. I mean, I know he had to dunk on Hartenstein in game two, but
yeah,
God, that pass he had to Wemby on the fast break and then the alley from Harper, just
dude.
just room rattlers, dude.
Yeah, man. Like you said in the chat, it's like did I call him Westbrook? You call him Westbrook? Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
he's going to be the next. Him and Harper are the same as John Wall, Derrick Rose, Westbrook, even a little bit of Darren Williams off the 2 feet.
yeah.
Like that
2 foot
same
jumpers
athletic.
are.
Duncan guard. Yeah. Yeah, but thankfully their defense, like out of all those guys I just named, those
Mhm.
two have probably the best defense, except maybe John Wall.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say who had like a 9 steal game his rookie year,
yeah.
but yeah, I'd say that energy 1,000% is repeatable. And if they just keep turning down three, like Champagne's got to hit a three at some point.
Mhm.
Like just like how Sam Merrill, he was 0 for 7 in
Yeah.
Game 3. Like goddamn, Sam.
I mean, like regression to the mean. Like, look at Caruso. He
Yeah,
goes from 25% 3-point shooter the whole regular season. He goes to 47, then 65%
nasty.
heading into the series. It's like, okay, can it go the other way? Because Champagne, this 41% 3-point shooter, get back? Because I mean, he's probably like 16% right now. It's probably pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't remember the last time he made a three.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, shout out to Mitch for like trusting him so much and
I mean,
keep
you
him
got
out.
to with shooters, man. I
You have
mean,
to, and just like I think it was last game, maybe it was game 2 when they lost. Wemby was telling him, "I want you to shoot every time,"
yeah.
and boy, is it. He was 0 for 5 today. He was 2 for 8. Game 3, and he is getting them up, dude. Yeah,
I
game
mean,
2
he's so
was
important. If they get one player that has an outlier shooting game and
yeah,
opens up
he
the
was 1 for
floor
7
for
in game 2.
Wemby, it's over with.
Yeah,
Like the Spurs aren't going to lose the game if they get another person contributing that.
yeah, yeah. Like their defensive intensity is just as good as um, I don't even want to say intense. I want to say their try hard is just as good as OKC, but their guards, I think their guards are probably better at it, man. I'll be honest. Between Vassell, Harper, Castle, and then Johnson's just a wrecking ball, and Carter Bryant for whatever he does. They're a little bit taller, they're a little bit longer, and that's probably why they've dominated this matchup all season.
Yeah.
Really, since the regular season.
And I did like
And then it
one
just
of the
comes down
adjustments
to
they
you.
made too. I like how Wemby wasn't just sitting in the paint the whole time. Like I think that's a great strategy, but
Yeah.
I think he closed down a couple of those 3-point shots where the last 3 games they were just open, but now you have this 7'7" guy coming to contest. I thought that changed a lot of shots tonight. Sure.
Yeah. By not doubling, it meant less ground to cover for him,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to like, got the ball in rotation, bing, bing, bing. It's a lot easier when you're not doubling and maybe a guy can pump and go and he can recover because their guards are so fast and that rotation like their their scramble mode is immaculate. Like when he's going out to contest. You're right.
Oh yeah, overall, hell of a game for the Spurs. I do think so. How I had it, I had after game 2, I had Spurs in game 3. I had no, I had Thunder in game 3. I had Spurs in game 4. I have Spurs winning in game 5, and I think in a desperate situation, SGA ties it up at 3-3 for game 6, and then game 7 is everybody's game. So I think,
Dude.
but I mean those the games 5 and 6 could be interchangeable, but knowing the NBA, I know they want this to go 7. Um, I know they
Oh, one
want this
thousand
to go
percent.
7 so bad. Like, and then if you're the Knicks, you're like, hell yeah, go 7, beat each other up because
Orange and
you're
blue
all trying
skies,
to,
baby.
you know what I
We're
mean?
done tomorrow. Knicks are
Oh,
done tomorrow.
now it's a
Like
we.
no, no, no. If I was a Knicks fan, listen,
Yeah,
listen. I am a Lakers fan, but I want them. Actually, you know what? No, I'm Skip
the
Bayless. Like
city,
I'm a Spurs fan until the
right?
city can win, and then
Yeah,
when if OKC, I'm a Spurs fan again.
there you go.
Yeah,
No, that's hilarious.
but no, I mean, yeah, man. Like if you're the Knicks, you gotta be thinking this is perfect because
They got
one
a
thousand
chance.
percent. I think you're right. I think Spurs win Game 5.
Mm-hmm.
I think Spurs win game 5. I think more variables are in their favor,
Mm-hmm.
especially with no AJ Mitchell and J Dub. I think if they had AJ Mitchell, it even though hasn't been good, it's like I can get 3 guys capable of getting me 10 like 15 points out on one time. But
Yeah, and get the
if
ball
you
into
go on
Shay's
this deep
hands
into
for a
your
little
bench,
bit.
take it out of Shea's hands. And plus, if you're gonna tighten the rotation, what does that mean now that you lost 2 guys?
Yeah,
I gotta go Spurs here in
that's right. I'm
game
with you.
5 and yeah, and in game 6, I don't know. We'll see, man.
Game
But
six gets crazy if the Spurs win on game
on
five.
OKC, yeah,
And OKC, like the saxophones get loud, like the rhythm gets loud. Like I don't know, because I mean the Thunder have never been in that situation. They've never been down. They've never been down in the series 3-2.
no,
They've been tied. They've been
yeah,
tied 3-3
not
going
since
into
they've
game
had
seven.
Caruso and Ihart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
and
you know what?
each game is so brutal. Like who might be playing by game 5, 6, 7.
1,000%. Yeah, the only way if they have the exact same team tonight they win,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they will, is you got to have 2 guys scoring 20 points.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have 2. Shea and Chet, Shea and McCain,
Mm-hmm.
but it's probably got to be Shea and Chet
Yeah.
because Chet, you're the one getting paid for it, and
I still
and
don't.
if
I don't know what that looks like for Chet. Like I don't see him making 4+ threes. I don't see him
no,
getting a bunch of layups. I don't see him
he's
getting
not
like
even getting shot attempts up.
I don't know what it looks like for Chet. Like okay, the other player, I can see McCain hitting 5 threes. I can see Caruso hitting 3 threes. I can see Jada hitting 4 threes. Like I just don't know what it looks like. I don't know what Chet going off looks like. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Especially with Wemby. I think Wemby's in his head. I think
Oh my god.
like a lot of people called it corny going into the series, but I really think Wemby has some real estate in Chet's brain, and he's overthinking everything right now, especially on offense. Because on defense, he's still been pretty solid, but offensively, I mean, looks off.
Yeah. It looks like his season high this year was only like 30 points.
Yeah, you're not getting 30 points against Wemby. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you got to be excellent in getting him going when Wemby's down the court. I would for sure go double big. I'd for sure go double big as soon as Wemby's out. But I don't know, man. It's tough. It
How do
is
you
tough.
think? I mean, we kind of seen it with Wemby. It's been kind of like an every other game this series. What do you think game 5 Wemby looks like? Because I mean, we talked about it last podcast. Hey, has by far the highest ceiling out of him and Shea. Like,
Mhm.
what if he just keeps it up? What if he's like, no, I know we're back in OKC, but what if I mean, he could easily shut this shit down. And same with Shea. Like, he could easily like, hey, Wemby, that was cute last game in game 1. You know what I mean? I feel like the stars here have so much influence on how this game 5
Yeah,
plays
they
out.
do. They do. I mean, yeah, it's I, he's probably going in. He's going into Game 5 with Killer Bee as a must win because
Yeah.
even if they win that, can come back, close out at home with his rocking crowd,
Mm-hmm.
dude.
I mean that crowd. If they go 3-2 coming back to San, that crowd will be absolutely unbelievable. You know what I mean? And sometimes in a
Yeah,
dreadful series like this, you need your crowd
yeah,
because I think they played a role in tonight's game. I thought when OKC made that run in the first quarter, or in the second quarter after the Spurs being up again, I thought those dunks. I mean, them being behind and rallying them behind them was huge.
yeah. I mean, dude, Vassell said it after Wemby hit that 3, right? Because wasn't Vassell the guy that got interviewed?
Mm-hmm.
He that was like one of the first things he said was the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, listen, dude, they went into a hostile environment and won game 1. They can absolutely because at this point, to me, they got more talent with all the injuries OKC had.
100%.
They have more talent and they have the better player. So they can absolutely and their defensive floor is so high.
I mean, they held the Thunder. When's the last time the Thunder scored 80 points?
Yeah, 80 points. Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
probably been 5-6 years since then. Like, probably since when they're in their rebuilding years.
It's almost unheard of. And you're right.
Yeah.
And, I mean, and the Thunder did a good job on that. They only scored 100 points, but Wemby scored over 30%.
Yeah.
He can 1000% do that again. Like, and maybe that's probably the only other trend I want to see. Like,
Yeah.
I want to see points turnovers battle. I mean, threes turnovers battle. I want to see Mark Daigneault dare everybody to shoot,
Mm-hmm.
shrink his rotation,
Mm-hmm.
and probably do the rest continue to call the game like they do.
Yeah.
That tight. And notes for the Spurs. I don't think I have any notes. Maybe
Game,
do exactly what you did tonight. Like play your rotation like this. Yeah, I like Vassell under 30 minutes. I don't know why he was getting all these minutes before when he wasn't, because he's not doing that much outside of hitting shots, not even scoring, like hitting shots. I like him. Yeah, I like him. I like the minutes distribution he had tonight. Do that. Yeah, and we'll see. We'll see, man. I'm canceling all plans on Tuesday. I'll tell you that.
Tuesday, we will be here. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys all tuning in today. Had a lot of people come in. Leave a comment on the video below. Let us know your thoughts for going into Game 5. Ashton, it's always a pleasure. Thank you again for doing this
Absolutely,
with me.
man.
Like and subscribe to the warm up, and we'll see you next time. Peace and God bless.
Peace.